Hey there, welcome back. I'm Lee Sharon, and this is Old Tavern Farm. It's actually Sunday afternoon, and everybody is busy here in the village getting ready for winter and doing fun fall things. Here on our property, it's time to plant garlic. This is garlic that I purposefully reserved for seed. So out of last year's harvest, I took some and put it in the root cellar to preserve for winter, and some I reserved as seed. So what I do is I separate the bulb into individual cloves like this. The easiest way to do this is to take my trusty butter knife and simply stick it between the cloves. I use a butter knife because I'm extremely clumsy, and if I used a steak knife or a paring knife, I would end up in the hospital. So what I do is I just put that in there, so it's like this, and then twist, and that pops the bulb apart, and then it's easy to just kind of separate them with your fingernails. And there are the pigs having fun. Everybody's making noise today. It's like crazy around here. Okay, so then I just simply separate everything into cloves, and then I use this. This is called a dibbler. And this is one my husband made because they have lots of commercial dibblers out there, but they're really expensive, like, really expensive. And so this is just a piece of, actually it's a piece of paneling that he took. He's marked off a grid and then put a piece of doweling right in here. Okay, so just to drilled a hole, put some glue in there, and then put the piece of doweling in there and let it sit. And then he just made a simple handle like this, and then I just push it down into the ground, and I step on this, and then it makes the holes that we're planting in. Anyway, let's go down to the ground over here behind me that's already been prepped for this procedure, and I will show you more detail. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I am going to take the dibbler and I'm just going to push it down like that. And then when I pull it up, I'll have these individual nice neat holes, so I keep everything as straight as possible. And maybe we'll have an easier time with the weeds this year. Okay, so then all there is to planting garlic. Garlic is like every other bulb, like your daffodils and your hyacinths and your tulips, any of those type of ornamental bulbs. We plant those in the fall. And then in the spring, they're one of the first things to come up. It's the same thing with garlic. So think of this just as a bulb, but as an edible bulb. So we're going to plant the pointy end up like that. And we're simply going to put the root end down. That's the flat end. We're going to put the root end down in the ground and just push down. And there's going to be a little bit showing, but that's fine. They don't need to go too deep. You don't want them to be too deep. So again, you're going to put your root end facing down and your pointy end facing up, and you're just going to push down and just pinch the soil to cover. Once again, root end down, push down, pinch the soil to cover. Okay, let's get busy planting this silo bed here.
Swept by current.
What my husband Jeff here is doing is dumping a load of chicken manure and feathers that we just last cleaned up of the hen house. This is going to be top dressing for the garlic, so it'll help insulate it before the snow comes. And garlic and onions and alliums like that are very heavy feeders, so this will give them some nutrition when they start to grow up in the spring. A lot of people don't realize it, but chicken feathers and feathers in general are really, really super good source of fertilizer, and so we just keep them in there and let them do their job. And that's it. We are done with this year's garlic harvesting. Garlic planting. My brain. So as always, thank you so much for visiting. Big hugs with these dirty hands. I'll catch you next time. It's only when I decide to film that every single small engine has to go and every animal has to make noise. I know. What? Hey there. Welcome back. I'm Lee. Okay. There goes the dogs. This is like Can everybody be quiet for 5 minutes? I'm trying to make a video here. I know. It's all about me.